Did you get home safely?
Yeah, I did, thank you. I'm fine. It's nice to know that you care about me.
Oh, I miss you already. I wish we could be together for longer.
Did you get home okay? Are you back there yet, or still on the way home?
Do you think things are going well between us two? Do you think this is the right way to go about these things?
Huh? What do you mean?
We've been together for a total of 6 months now, but I just feel like some things aren't quite right. What do you think about it? I feel like I miss you too much. I feel like I should be over this stage by now. I feel like I'm a teenager again. I just want to be with you all the time.
That's so cute. Do you really like me that much? I didn't realize you were into me that much.
I think I do. I'm totally crazy about you. Make sure you stay safe. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
I'm in the house a lot these days, as you already know. I don't have a job, so what could possibly go wrong? I guess the worst thing is that I have to stay living with my parents for much longer.
Don't let the whole situation get you down too much. Just try to stay positive. One day things will be a lot better for you. You just hang in there until that day comes.
Thanks for supporting me. I know I can rely on you.
I think we might be heading towards marriage. What do you think? I think the time is right in my life. I know we've only been together for 6 months, but when you feel like this, it seems like the right thing to do. We can do it as soon as you get a job. Just concentrate on that for the time being, and then we can think about a wedding. I'm already 36, so I don't want to wait too much longer. I feel like my life is ticking away and I'm still not married.
I can understand. I'm old too. I'm not young anymore.
I know, so what are we waiting for? Let's get it done as soon as we can.
I feel the same as you. The time is now. I don't want to wait much longer either. I don't think it's too early to be talking about marriage. We're at the correct age. It's good to have a plan and talk about these things. I also think we have the same mindset. I think my parents are also worried about me still not being married at this age. I'd love to tie the knot to make them happy.
I think they'd be happy. My parents would surely be happy too. I know they want me to settle down with a nice girl. We should think of a date and then let them know. I'm sure they'll approve.
That sounds like a good plan. I sure hope they're happy about it.
They will be, don't you worry about a thing. And even if they aren't, we can do a bit of explaining to them and they'll change their minds.
I think it's all going to work out really well. I'm starting to get a little bit excited about it already. I think I'll mention this to my parents and see what they think. We can then arrange a date for us to all get together and discuss this. I know they'll be happy to do that.
Good idea. I'll do the same with my parents. We can then find a time to meet together and talk about the details.
Seems like you've everything covered. It's so nice to have a boyfriend who cares about the details. I feel like I can trust you to get everything done.
Yo, I was so happy today. I was moved by what happened. I didn't realize I was going to get such a warm welcome. It was really wonderful for me.
Oh, of course you were going to get a big welcome. You're my boyfriend after all. I told my parents all about you and they know you're a really nice guy. They already had a good impression of you based on what I told them. There's nothing to worry about.
Thanks, it seems like you did a good job. I really wasn't expecting it.
You were really nice with my parents too, so thank you for that. You know how to talk to them well. You guys seem to be getting on really well, so I was really happy to see that. They seem to like you as well. It's like you were part of the family already.
That's great to know. I hope we can go from strength to strength as we move forward. Tell them that I'm really happy about the way things are going between us all. I'm really glad. I feel like I didn't act as well as I could, but I was a little bit nervous about the whole thing, but it seems that it turned out okay.
I thought you were fine. Don't worry about it.
I worry that my table manners were not in order. I hope I didn't make a fool of myself. Your mother's cooking was amazing too. My mother really can't cook like that. As for me, I'm completely useless at cooking.
Don't mention it. My mother is a chef for a living, so it's only natural that she's good at cooking. It doesn't matter if your mother can't do the same.
After we get married, then I'll have to send my mother over to learn from yours. I could also improve my cooking skills too.
That's great. I'll be waiting for that. It would be so nice if you would do some of the cooking. So, you think it all went well? Did I do a good job?
I think it went really well, and yes, you did do a good job. Where would I be without you? You're the shining light in my life.
Oh, thanks, honey. You're so sweet.
Hello there. Are you doing okay?
Hi there. I'm great. I was thinking about contacting you, actually. I wanted to arrange another meeting between us all, and I was wondering when you would be free. I'm sorry that you've had to contact me first, but now here we are, so let's talk about it. I didn't forget about you or anything like that. I don't want you to think like that.
Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I know we all lead our busy lives. I guess you had something else on your mind. How are things between you and my son? Is it all going okay? No problems, I hope.
No, everything's going really well. He's really nice to me, and I think he's going to be a great husband. He even said he wants to learn how to cook. Can you believe it? I thought the man might want me to do all the cooking after marriage, but he's actually offering to do it some himself. Isn't that sweet of him? Such a nice boy. I'm so glad you've raised him to be so considerate and caring to other people.
That's nice to hear, but there is something that I feel we need to discuss. It's about you. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, please, what is it? You can ask me anything.
I've heard that you don't have a job. Is that true?
Is that what you heard? Yes, that's true. I don't currently have a job. I'm looking to find something soon, but I've just been unlucky recently. I promise you, this won't go on for much longer. I have to do some exams soon. I need to get a few professional qualifications. After that, I'm sure I'll have a job in no time. I've been trying for a long time, and I'm sure success is just around the corner. As soon as it happens, I'll let you know.
I hope it happens soon. I'm really worried about my son marrying a woman who doesn't have a job. I just think it's a bit of a strange situation. You're not even that young. You should really have a stable job by now. I could expect this from a kid, but not from a woman like you. I don't know what you've been doing with your time. It's going to be so difficult for my son if he marries you. I don't know if I want him to go through the stress.
Don't worry about it. As soon as I get a job, I'll be making good money and I'll be able to help your son out. It's only for the time being. It won't be forever. I wanted to get a better job, so I left my last job to do some studying. I think it's really worth it. I couldn't do that other job for the rest of my life. I wanted something better, so I felt I had to follow my dreams.
I think you should always have a job. Why didn't you just study in your free time? Why leave your job? What about your parents? What jobs do they do?
My parents work in a restaurant.
Oh, so they're business people. That's interesting. It seems you come from a family of people who like to take risks. Oh, I don't think it's a good job, to be honest. You really should find something more stable.
I hope you're not being rude toward my parents. They're happy with what they do.
Your parents work in the restaurant business. I know that times can be good and bad. One day you have a lot of customers, and then they're all gone like the wind. It's not really a great way to make a living. How are you and your family going to afford the wedding? I feel like this is some kind of joke. You don't have a job and they work in a restaurant. Why would my son want to marry you? Why should I approve of this wedding? I wish you'd be a bit more realistic and see this situation for what it is.
I think my parents are more than capable of helping us out if we need any help. I don't think it's anything to worry about. I used to work, so I've got some money saved up, and I'm sure I'll have another job soon, too.
I hope you've got a lot saved up. You're going to need it to compensate for not having a job now. Please don't tell me that my son is going to pay for the wedding and then he's going to pay for you to live afterwards. Why should he have to do that? Why should the burden be all on him? What about when I get older? My son needs to support me too. He can't spend all his money on you. How will I survive? I think you might need to have a rethink about this whole thing.
I think we'll be just fine. I think you're really making a scene out of nothing. My parents and myself are doing just fine.
You really think that restaurant is good enough? For me and my son? I'm not sure it's going to be making enough money. It must really be hard to get by working in a restaurant. I don't think there's a lot of money to be made. I wish my son had found a better girl to get married to. I'm really disappointed about his decision.
I don't know what to say. I can't believe it. Your mother is being so mean to me. I think she really hates me. I don't think she wants us to get married. Do you think she's being fair? I don't. I think she's being really unreasonable.
What happened?
Has she not spoken to you about this too? Your mother contacted me and she really wasn't in a good mood.
She contacted you? I didn't know about it. What did she say?
She was talking about money. She's really not happy about me not having a job and my parents working in a restaurant. She really doesn't want me to marry you. She thinks I'm not good enough for you. I tried to explain it all to her, but she didn't understand. I know things will get better for me in the future and my parents are doing just fine, but she wouldn't accept it. I don't think I've been using your money. When we go on a date, I pay as well.
I know, that's true. I don't have a problem at all.
Oh, why does your mother have to be like that to me? Why is she so nasty? Why does she have such a negative opinion of my parents? My parents are doing just fine. They're doing that job to save a little bit more money before they retire.
You seem to be really angry about it. Was it really that bad? Can't you just ignore her and move on? How much did my mother say to you? Maybe I should talk to my mother about this. I would be interested to know what she thinks. I think you might have misunderstood. I'm sure my mother's gonna be okay with this whole thing. When she meets your parents, I'm sure she'll change her mind.
I don't think I want my parents to meet your mother. Why should I put them through that? She clearly looks down on us, so why should we meet with her?
Mother, what have you been doing? What have you said?
What's wrong with you now? What's all this about? Are you at work?
What did you say to my girlfriend? She contacted me and she was so upset. She tells me that you've been saying unpleasant things about her and her family.
Did she say that? I don't think I was being unfair to her. I was just being honest. Some things had to be said, so I went ahead and told her. I'm just not sure about her family background and things like that. It's only natural that a mother would worry about these things.
Why did you have to do that? You're not helping anyone.
Don't get angry with me. I was only doing what any mother would do. I need to know that you're marrying a nice girl and I'm not settling for second best. I don't want that girl to be living off you after you get married. What if her parents start asking for money? I don't think they've got a lot. It might become a burden for you, so you need to be careful.
What are you talking about? Her parents are doing just fine. They don't need our money. Why did you have to go and be so rude to her? It really was not needed. I wish you had thought about that before you acted. They have no financial problems and there will be none in the future. There really is nothing to worry about. If this marriage falls through, then I'm blaming everything on you. You are really not helping. I wish you'd just back off and leave us to it. We don't need your help. I don't want to end up being a man who never got married. It is time for you to keep your nose out of things, please.
Are you there?
What do you want now? Don't you think you've said enough? I wish you'd just give me some space and stop pestering me.
Don't be so mean to your mother. I want to talk to you about something, so please listen. I've had a change of heart. I'm going to agree to your marriage with that girl.
You're gonna do what?
Can you tell me the address for their restaurant? I think I want to go and see it myself.
You wanna go there? Why? I don't actually know the exact location myself.
Well, then go and find out for me. I want to know where it is.
If you insist, let me just check. Okay, here it is. It's here. You can go and visit if you really want to.
Thank you for that. It wasn't too difficult, was it?
Something a bit strange happened to me today. I want to talk to you about it.
Something strange? What was it? Please tell me.
I was on my way to the shop, and there was a coffee shop. I've seen it a few times, and I've been there myself.
I know the place. You've told me about it before.
As I was buying coffee, your mother, of all people, popped up behind me. She said she wanted to come and visit my restaurant. I was a bit surprised by that.
Oh, I think I know what's going on here.
What is it?
My mother asked me about your parents' restaurant. She wanted to know where it was. I think she just wanted to go and visit the place. I think she was going there to get some food and say hello to your parents at the same time.
Well, that's a bit strange. I thought we'd all meet together first. Let me just ask my mother, see what she has to say. Mother, are you there?
I'm here. What is it? How are you?
Did someone come and visit your restaurant today?
Who? What do you mean?
Did someone come and talk to you or introduce themselves to you?
No, I don't remember. Nothing special happened, just another day in my mind.
Do you remember a woman in a purple coat? Did she say anything to you?
Oh, actually, I do remember now. There was a woman in a purple coat. She asked me a lot of questions. How much is the rent? How is the business doing? That kind of thing.
And then what happened?
I was just talking to her about our business. She was really interested. I thought she might be a woman from the local area. Sometimes people are just interested in things. They want to talk. I think it's because they care about others. Why are you asking? Do you know this woman?
I can't believe it. What a sneaky woman.
What are you talking about?
Don't let it bother you, Mother. It's nothing. You just relax. I'll sort this out. Your mother went to my mother's restaurant and started asking all kinds of questions about the place. It seems she was especially interested in the financial details.
Really? That's a bit crafty of her, isn't it?
Why did you tell her about the location of the restaurant? You should have known that she was up to no good. Why else would she want to know that? Why is she obsessed with my parents and how much money they earn? She thinks we're poor and it's really not true.
That's not the case. She doesn't think that. I know that your family is doing well, and I've told my mother over and over that this is the case. Maybe she was just curious and wanted to talk to your parents. I don't know why she's doing all of this. Oh, please don't let it get to you.
Did you do this on purpose? Is it you?
No, my mother just asked me, so I gave her the answer. She wanted to know where it was, so I told her. How could I say no? I didn't think she was up to anything, but I just thought she was being curious. How was I supposed to know that this would happen? Aw, please forgive me. Please don't blame me for this.
This needs to change. If things keep going on like this, then I'm going to have to rethink the marriage. I don't know if I can marry under these conditions.
Oh, please don't be like this. We can work it out. I'm sure she didn't have any ill intentions. I can ask her about it. I'm sure she was just curious and just wanted to make conversation. Let's just think of the best possible outcome and not jump to conclusions. I think if you had any problems, my mother would be there to help you. I think if your parents had any problems, then she'd be there to do the same thing.
I think you're being too optimistic here. We both know what happened, and it wasn't nice. I don't think she had good intentions.
Let's just try to think positively and hope this all blows over. I don't think we need to get so angry about this.
I'm not so sure. Hi. Hello? Who is this?
This is my daughter, your boyfriend's sister. I presume you already know about each other?
Oh, right. I've heard. Hi there. Nice to meet you.
I heard that you come from a rich family. So nice for my brother to marry you.
Sorry, what?
We don't have to talk about that kind of thing now. We went to your parents' restaurant yesterday. It was really nice.
Oh, yes, I heard about your visit. I wasn't expecting you to go. It was a bit of a surprise for me. My mother told me about it. You seemed to have a nice time there. You even had time to ask my mother a lot of questions. That was a bit strange. Customers don't usually take that much interest.
Oh, did she tell you about it? We went there to see what the place is like. It was really nice, to be honest. We both had some food. It was so good, I wanted to get more. I can even see myself becoming a regular customer. It really was that good. Your parents also told me that your family owns everything in that area. The building that the restaurant is in, the car park behind the building next to it. I didn't realize you came from such a wealthy family. Your family are clearly doing very well for themselves.
How did you know all that?
We heard some rumors, so we went and asked at the local real estate office. They were very happy to tell us about everything in that area. They know it all, so it's a good place to go and get some gossip. If my brother marries you, then he's going to have a really nice life. I'm sure you guys could afford to go on vacation all the time. Maybe you could even take me and my mother. That would be really nice. It's going to be so nice if my son marries you. I really didn't realize how lucky I was. I hope you two have a really nice life together. I think you were made for each other.
What are you guys talking about?
Mother has agreed for you two to get married. All you need to do now is plan the big day.
The car park and the building don't belong to me. They are my parents. I don't get any of the money, so it isn't going to make my life any easier.
But you will inherit them after your parents die. I don't mean to mention it, but it's a fact. You must have thought about it. You're going to be really rich one day, even if you aren't now.
My parents are in really good health, so I don't even think about these things. Who knows what could happen between now and then? Also, I don't even need their money. I might be between jobs now, but I know my career will go well in the future. I really wish you wouldn't talk about my parents passing away. I don't think it's a nice topic of conversation.
I think we should talk about these things. There's no harm in planning into the future. I must say, I think my daughter is right. There's nothing wrong with talking about these things.
I hope you aren't thinking that one day you'll get some of this money because you won't. Don't plan for that. I'm not going to be handing it out once my parents die.
Okay, I understand.
Can we change the topic, please?
If you have money, then why would you not share it between your family members? It's the right thing to do. Why wouldn't you do that?
Not long ago, you had no respect for me or my family, and now you want their money? Don't you have any shame?
We're not trying to steal your money. We just want to plan for the future. It's only natural to do this when your son is going to marry a girl. We have to think about the long term. When you marry my son, we'll all be part of one big family. You'll have to look after me as well as your own parents. You should really think about me too.
I just find this whole thing to be a bit suspicious. You went to my parents' restaurant to ask some questions, and then you went to the real estate office to snoop around. Suddenly you're really keen for your son to marry me? It's all a bit strange if you ask me.
We were just curious, that's all. We wanted to know more about the girl that was going to marry into her family.
How would you feel if I had done this to you? Would you think it was normal? What if I was trying to find out about your assets?
What do you mean?
Why have you done this to me? Why have you been so sneaky?
Are you trying to cause trouble here? Are you trying to say that we've done something wrong? We haven't done anything wrong. We just wanted to know what kind of person you were.
I am not trying to cause any trouble. I think you've already done enough causing trouble.
What do you mean by that?
Do you think I'm stupid? It's clear that you just want my money. You won't get it, so it's time to change your act. You went out there to find out about my family assets, and now you think I'm going to accept your sudden change of heart?
Can you just let that go? We were not spying on you. We were just being curious. You don't even have a job right now, so it's only natural that we'd want to know more about you and your family. Now here you are with this uncooperative attitude. I really wish you'd be nicer to us. I was just worried about you and the future of my son, that's all. Nothing more to it. I know that you don't do a lot of work, so I had to find out some things. I didn't want my son to have a hard life after he married you. Can you please look at this from my point of view?
I don't want to go on with this anymore. I've had enough.
What do you mean?
I don't want to get married to your son anymore. I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I finally made up my mind. I don't like you, and I don't want to be part of your family. I can't take it anymore, and I worry that the future will only be worse. You've really proven to me what awful people you are.
You can't just change your mind like that. You can't just walk away. What will my brother think? Think about him. I thought you loved him, and now you're going to walk away over this? How can it be?
Don't worry about me. I'll get by. I don't need you, and I don't want to be part of your family. Just leave me alone to live my life. I'm going to go and talk to my boyfriend about this. It's a shame for him, but I've made up my mind about what I want to do. There is no going back now. We've been together for so long, but it seems that our dream is coming to an end. Are you there? There's something we need to talk about. I know it might be a shock for you, but there's nothing I can do about it now.
What is it? Are you okay? What do you want to talk to me about?
I spoke with your mother and your sister. I suppose you've spoken to them too?
No, I haven't spoken to them. What is it? What did you talk about? Has my mother been annoying you again? Oh, please don't listen to what she says. She's not being nice to you, but we just have to ignore her for the sake of our relationship.
She certainly has been bothering me. I don't know if I can take it anymore. She's truly awful. It's gone so far that I've had to reconsider our marriage. I don't think I want to get married to you anymore. I've had second thoughts, and I think it's best if we go our separate ways.
Why? Why are you suddenly being like this? Please don't let my mother get to you. Think about us and nothing more. You don't need to listen to her. I can speak to them and get them to leave you alone. Don't you worry about a thing.
Don't bother. There's nothing you can do. I've made up my mind and I won't change. It has gone on for too long and I don't want to be a part of this anymore. I thought that we were meant to be together, but now I'm not so sure. I don't think it's the right thing to do.
I'll come and see you now. We can talk about this. I know we can get through this.
I'm sorry, there's no going back. I've decided what's best for me and I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to delete your phone number and your photos. I want to be away from you from now on. I'm sorry if this hurts you, but it's what I need to do. This is the end for me and you. I just hope that you find another girl like me and live a happy life together. Don't let me hold you back. Forget about me. I cried and cried, but deep down I knew it was the right thing to do. I couldn't go on living that way. I didn't want to be a part of a family that only cares about money, so I had to go my own way. I told my parents I was sorry to let them down, and they forgave me. They want what's right for me. It looked like we were going to have a bright future together, but in the end, it just wasn't meant to be. I sometimes think about what might have been, but now it's the time to move on in life. My ex-boyfriend came looking for me on many occasions. I knew he wanted to get back with me, but I just couldn't do it. His mother and sister also would phone me a lot. They begged me to change my mind, but I wasn't going to do so. There is no going back. I was sad for it to end that way. Things had been going so well. I knew that they only wanted me for my parents' money, and I just couldn't accept that. I had to cut those people out of my life and never look back. It really hurt at first, but things are getting better and better as time goes by. I hope that I meet someone again soon, someone who loves me for who I am and nothing more. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.